Prostitution, often called the oldest profession, has existed for millennia, deeply embedded in the fabric of human civilization. Its presence across diverse cultures and time periods highlights its complex relationship with societal norms, economic realities, and human nature. From the bustling markets of ancient cities to the hidden corners of modern metropolises, prostitution has been a constant, albeit controversial, element of society. From ancient temples where sacred prostitution was practiced to modern city streets where sex work continues, the exchange of sexual services for money or goods has persisted, adapting to changing social values and legal frameworks. This adaptability underscores the resilience and enduring nature of the profession. Understanding the history of prostitution requires delving into its various forms, motivations, and the ongoing debates surrounding its morality and legality. These debates have often been influenced by prevailing religious, cultural, and economic factors. This essay aims to provide a glimpse into the multifaceted history of prostitution, tracing its evolution from ancient times to the present day. By examining different eras and regions, we can see how prostitution has been both condemned and tolerated, regulated and outlawed. The history of prostitution is not a linear progression from tolerance to condemnation or vice versa. Instead, it reflects the complexities and contradictions of human societies. It's a tapestry woven with threads of acceptance, regulation, moral outrage, and attempts at eradication. Each thread represents a different societal approach, influenced by the unique cultural and historical context of the time. Each society has grappled with the implications of sex work, shaping its laws and social attitudes accordingly. These laws and attitudes have often been a reflection of broader societal values and conflicts. By exploring these shifting perspectives, we can begin to unravel the complex interplay of factors that have shaped the world's oldest profession. This exploration not only sheds light on the past, but also informs current discussions and future possibilities. In many ancient societies, prostitution was not only tolerated, but also deeply integrated into religious and cultural practices, playing a significant role in the social fabric of these civilizations. Ancient Mesopotamia, for instance, is believed to have housed temple priestesses who engaged in sexual acts as a form of worship to the goddess Ishtar, the deity of love, fertility, and war. These women, known as sacred prostitutes, held a unique and revered position within society, blurring the lines between the sacred and the secular, and were often seen as intermediaries between the divine and the mortal realms. Similarly, in ancient Greece, prostitution was widespread and varied, encompassing a broad spectrum of social classes and services. High-class courtesans, known as heterae, enjoyed considerable social standing and intellectual influence, often mingling with philosophers, politicians, and artists. They were often highly educated and skilled in music, dance, and conversation, providing not just physical companionship, but also intellectual and cultural entertainment to elite men. At the other end of the spectrum were lower-class prostitutes who worked in brothels or on the streets, catering to a wider range of clientele and often facing harsher social conditions. Ancient Rome, too, had a thriving and diverse sex industry, reflecting the complexities of its urban life. Prostitutes, both male and female, could be found in brothels, bathhouses, and even on the streets, serving various segments of Roman society. Roman law regulated prostitution, requiring prostitutes to register and pay taxes, which indicates a level of acceptance and institutionalization within the empire. Despite this regulation, Roman society held conflicting views on prostitution, with some condemning it as immoral and degrading, while others accepted it as a necessary and pragmatic part of urban life, essential for maintaining social order and public health. The rise of Christianity in the Middle Ages brought about a significant shift in societal attitudes towards prostitution, marking a period of moral and ethical re-evaluation. The Church vehemently condemned prostitution as a grievous sin, advocating fervently for its complete abolition and urging the faithful to lead virtuous lives. However, despite the strong religious condemnation, prostitution persisted throughout the era, often driven by widespread poverty and the social marginalization of women. Medieval authorities grappled with the complex issue of prostitution, torn between upholding religious doctrine and addressing the practical challenges of eradicating a deeply entrenched practice. Some cities attempted to regulate prostitution by confining it to designated areas or requiring prostitutes to wear distinctive clothing, hoping to control its spread. Others turned a blind eye, tacitly acknowledging the persistent demand for sexual services and the difficulty of completely eliminating the practice. Section 4. Morality and modernity, shifting perspectives in the 19th and 20th centuries. In the contemporary era, prostitution continues to be a topic of intense debate. Human rights, legal frameworks, and societal views have evolved, yet the core issues remain complex and multifaceted.